There's a fair bit of bukkake action going on there, but you get the gist. I hope you're all well. If you're new around here, hello, it's lovely to see you, and if you are returning, thank you very fucking much for coming back. My name's ALANNA and I'm a 36-year-old lady living in Scotland, and that's where my accent is from. And on this channel we predominantly talk all things beauty, skincare, lifestyle, travel-y, vloggery bullshit, but with a liberal sprinkling of sarcasm and some might say cynicism thrown in on top. Now today's video I am going to be looking a slightly more deeper dive into the brand Violette FR. I made a really big order with them over Black Friday because they had some lovely deals on, and I've done a little get ready with me as well. So if you like the look of what I've got on my face today, you want to know how I do it, and you want a wee idea of my first impressions of this brand, then just keep on watching. Oh, and I do like a sweary word on this channel, so if you're not into that kind of thing, I completely understand. Please feel free to vacate. But if you don't mind a bit of foul language, there's a little subscription button in the corner. Give it a wee thumbs up and all that other YouTuber crap. Okay, so let's start putting some stuff on my face. I think what I'm going to do, I am getting so many grey hairs going through here now. Honestly, because of the time of the year, it's like there's fucking tinsel going through my hair here. I'm not even joking. Oh my god, on the slow trot, pretty fast trot to 40. Okay, so, I've already done my skincare today. I'd done it a good couple of hours ago, if I'm honest with you. But sometimes I quite like waiting a little while before you start putting makeup on your face. So to start off, what I'm going to take is the Bum Bum Milk from Violette FR. I'm not going to say Violette FR every time I talk about a product, but let me just tell you about the blurb on this. If you've already watched my Black Friday video, then you might already know a lot of the products that I picked up, but we're going to create a little look here. So this says, a minimalist's dream skincare routine, a 3-in-1 spray as a toner, a serum and a moisturiser in a bottle, a one-of-a-kind probiotic-based solution to deliver rebalancing, hydrating and soothing effects on the skin for muse-worthy appeal. So I'm going to just spritz it. It has a fine mist, but when I used it, it also at a point had a bit of a bukkake action. So it's a kind of mixture. Let's just give it a wee blast. It is not the softest mist. It does have a little bit. Can I zoom in? Let me see. There's a fair bit of bukkake action going on there, but you get the gist. So that is it there. It doesn't have a scent. I said this as well. And I have to say, the packaging is absolutely beautiful. Like, it really is. This is, just like I said about my merit kind of video, my overall first impressions and stuff like that, this brand is exactly the same. Like, it is speaking to that side of my personality that's like, I'm going to be the cool mom. I'm going to be like the cool girl with the effortless chic, hardly wearing any makeup bullshit, right? But the truth is, I have two sides to my story, whereas I'm absolutely a wee goth at heart as well. So we're going to start off with a little bit of something on the eyes, I reckon. Now, I picked up 2 of the eye paints. They are called U paints, but if you've taken any kind of basic French, you will know that U is the French for eye. So they are eye paints. So I picked up, they've got a new shade, and it's this one here, and I'm sure, please tell me it's going to have the shade name. It does have the shade name, but I'm going to need a flipping microscope to see it. It's called Dieu Bleu, and that is it there. It is this beautiful, amazing, like royal blue colour. It is gorgeous. Look at it. I am very tempted to use this as a liner alongside this one, but I think today we'll just go with this one. What I might do is save this one for another Christmas look, a blue Christmas look. Not one that I've done that often, but maybe a little eyeliner across the eye. And this one here that I picked up, this is one of their twinkly ones. It's called Scarab d'Or, and it is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. I will put a little photo here of the both of them in natural light so you can see what they look like. Absolutely gorgeous. Obviously this is just a photo, but this is very interesting because, okay, it looks like a kind of old gold shimmer, but when it's actually moving in the light, when you see it under lights, it has this amazing, like a twinkle, a literal twinkle and sparkle on the eye as well. So let's just go in with that. All right, so I've zoomed you in a little bit there. I'm just gonna apply this to one of the eyes and see what happens. It is absolutely stunning. I think you could do this as an all over lid, obviously as a liner as well. I am gonna do my classic, kind of place it on the middle, and then I'm gonna buff it out a little bit to see what it looks like. See how it works out. I'm actually working night shift tonight, so If this doesn't go to plan or it looks a little too OTT, there's a fair chance that I might take this off and just wash my face. But just because I think it might be a bit much, especially in a new place at work, they'll be like, what the fuck, why is she coming in like that? I am also going to use this new brush set from LARAFAYE. I spoke about that as well. So give me a brush. What do we think? I'm going to take, this one looks pretty good. So this one is the E34. And it's kind of like one of those fluffy but also stiff enough that I think it'll work with this. I just hope this doesn't dry down fast because otherwise I'm gubbed because I've just been sitting yittering on there for 5 minutes. So let me just try and blend that. Oh my god, this is stunning! This is so pretty. I don't think you're going to see the full effect of this on the camera. This in real life is unreal. Like the sparkle and the shimmer and also the sheer colour of the gold, the richness of the gold is just insane. And I have to say it's actually blending really, really easily as well. I feel like it looks a little dark on the camera there, but in real life it's because obviously I've pulled out the gold and then you turn on the light, you can see it, but straight on it maybe it looks a little bit dark. But I think if there was an issue with that, I could maybe add a little bit bronzer or another shade in the corner there. Do you know what, this would be beautiful over like a nice black as well. If you had a nice black shadow and you just put this on the middle, like a bit of a halo eye. Oh, stunning. But as a one and done, oh, that is beautiful. I'm going to take a picture, I'll pop it on my Instagram so you get a better idea of what the actual effect looks like. But that is so pretty. Just do the other eye now. I will zoom you in a minute as well, just to let you see what it looks like. That actually was a fine amount of time, by the way, because I was a bit worried that it would start to dry down. That was fine. I'm thinking I might just let it sit for a minute again, because if I go in too quickly, it might be a little too wet. It's almost got an aspect of like a green to it as well. It's just beautiful. So I have to say I'm impressed with these twinkle ones for a start. They do these in all sorts of shades, and I just bought the kind of scarab door because I thought an old gold shade is a very safe bet, especially for around Christmas time. But it's definitely something I will use. But they had some other ones that just looked beautiful as well, so maybe we'll reach for them again. I tell you what I might do. Might add it to my Christmas list because there's still plenty of time for people to be getting things shipped. That's also my birthday in January as well, so it's kind of cheeky, but you know. There we go. So I'm bringing the shimmer like up a little bit as well, just beyond my actual like socket there. But that's pretty. Hold on, I'll zoom you in. Can you see that? So beautiful. Very, very pretty. Very effective considering it's a one shadow shade. Stunning. Now Violet FR don't do any base products, mascara, stuff like that. So what I am going to do is I'm going to just go in with some mascara and brow stuff from Merit, and then we can move on from there. Alright, so I've put on a little bit of mascara there and just some brow stuff. Now Violet FR do blushes. I've already shared them with you before. I think today with this look I'm going to put on Louise because it's one of my favourite ones. But they also do a universal highlighter. This is it here. And it is one of these BAM style highlighters that I absolutely adore. So I'm going to pop on some blush and then let's go with this over the top. This is Louise here. This is probably the most neutral one I would say in the range. They've got Louise, Ayesa and... oh shit, I forgot the name of the other one. Do you know why? Because I don't use it. They sent me the 3 of them and the other one is like a real pink colour, like an almost Barbie pink. Innis, that's it. And I don't really use it, so that's why I couldn't remember there. But Louise is one that I've been regularly wearing to work. Now these say these are matte blushes. I would beg to differ. They're not glossy blushes. They're not like dewy blushes. But they're definitely, there's a bit of something there that means they aren't completely matte either. I haven't noticed a bronzer on their range, but I think these blushes are really, really nice. And as I say, this one I've been wearing to work and to training over the last month, and it is absolutely beautiful. But my favourite one is Ayesa. Ayesa is like the one, it's like you're just in from the cold, berry toned, really rich, kind of plum coloured blush, and it's so pretty. But for the purposes of this look, I think Louise is going to go a little bit better because obviously the eyes are quite a lot. I think you could do Isa as well though, and then like a really dark vampy lip. That could work. Right, so let's try this. This is this Universal highlighter. There is only one shade of this, so it says Universal. I'm not keen on that. I think they should, you know, share it for other shades and skin tones too. Just rubbing it on the back of my hand here so I can get a feel for it. That is it there. So it's definitely one of these kind of sheeny, glossy highlights. I have to say though, it does have a real pearlness to it. The other one, I want to say the one from Merit that I really like, the Day Glow Balm. That is more, I would say, of the oily texture, and it's not oily, it's just like a really nice balmy texture. That has a little bit more balm to it than actual pigment to it. This definitely has like a pearlescent base there as well, so that's quite interesting. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to rub that on the back of my hand there. It's very nice actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fingers, the way I used to do with the glossy Halo Scope as well, all these kind of ones like this. I always start by putting it on my fingers. Sometimes I put it straight on my cheeks, but especially when I'm first trying things, I'll pop it on my fingers and then gently tap it on top because I don't want to just displace the blush or anything like that. And I think, ooh, that's pretty. That is really, really pretty on the cheek there. So this is the side without it, and I have to say, like, these are not totally matte blushes. I don't care what anybody says, that's not the truth. There's definitely a wee bit of something going on these blushes, but you can see on this side it is much more luminosity than the other one. This is obviously very emollient, a little bit like the Merit ones, in the sense that when I'm doing that with my finger, it's kind of spilling over the side a little bit. So I've just picked some more up on this finger, and then we're going to tap, 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 tap on this side too. And then, like you can see there as well, just that beautiful glow. That is really, really nice. I'm going to put a little bit on the top of my Cupid's bow, and a little bit here, and a little bit here as well. There we go. But yeah, I like the finish of that. I think that's really, really pretty. Really, really nice. This is, I would absolutely wear something like this to my work. If I wasn't wearing this eyeshadow, I'd be going to work like this in night shift. I don't really care, but as I say, I feel like it might be a wee bit over the top if I just go to night shift like this and it's kind of 2 weeks in the job, you know. But very, very pretty. I do like that highlighter. I also quite like, so I love my Merit Day Glow Balm. This is like a little dinkier size as well. I mean, price wise, you're getting more bang for your buck with a Merit. This is a really small highlighter, but I do like this, especially for travel and stuff like that. Now I am going to pop on a little bit of the Merit Minimalist Stick, because again, Violet FR don't really do any base products or anything like that. So I'm just going to put on a little bit of this in the areas that I want it. There we go. So just for saying as well, I didn't put any of that eyeshadow below because I just wanted to make it all about kind of the eyes on the top. I didn't bring it underneath or anything like that, so I really don't have anything on the lower lash line apart from the mascara. But yeah, this eyeshadow is fucking gorgeous. Alright, I don't have a lip liner to hand, do I? I've maybe got a Vive one here. Oh, I've also got a Vive mascara here. Let me just put a wee lick of the Vive mascara over the top, because I feel like with these eyes, I just want them to be a wee bit more dramatic. Yeah, so I've got 2 Vive ones sitting here. They were in my makeup bag. I think, first of all, I'm going to try the Bijou Balm. This is the one that is like a sheer matte lipstick. A little bit like what I expect Glossier Generation G lipsticks to be like. So this is the shade Batiste. It is one of their best sellers. And when I see it, I'm just going to put an image here. When I see it, like I say, it's my idea of like perfection. Like, I want to be this person. They're so cool. It's effortless. Will it actually turn out that way though? That's what I'd like to know. So this is very, very comfortable and very, very balmy. It feels very much like a lip balm. However, I'm not seeing too much colour payoff. There is a little bit. I can see it in real life. I see it a lot more. But there's not loads of colour payoff. It's very pretty. It's very subtle, subdued, but not loads. I mean, you can see it. You can see it in the lens of the camera there, but I feel like this is just a little bit more subtle than that of the Glossier Generation Gs, but maybe I've just picked a colour that means it is a more subtle shade. I mean, it looks quite like it's going to come out pretty red, doesn't it? Let me just swatch it for you. It's taken a little while to build up colour. It might just be because, I mean, that's it there. It might just be because maybe it needs to take, you know, you have to scratch the surface a few times. Maybe once I start using it more, the colour will become a little bit more easy to apply, like as in a little bit more vivid. It's very pretty. I ain't blown away by that, I'm not gonna lie. The Glossier Generation Gs are not as comfortable. This is very, very comfortable. They are a little drier, but there is more pigment. So it swings and roundabouts. It's dependent on what you're looking for and what you want in your makeup. I think this is beautiful, very subtle, and I would absolutely wear it on the daily to work, no problem. However, for the price of that, I feel like I would rather have a Generation G and just put a little less of it on to get this effect, that's all. So now that I have put that on, let's talk about these, which are the Petal Bouche lipsticks. And initially I was like, fuck, have I bought the same colour twice? But one is their new one, I think it's called Cerise d'Or. Where is it? Cerise Désir, and then Amour Fou. I think this is one that is like a top seller. Now I'm sure this one here is the Cerise Désir because it's a little darker, it's a little more vampy. This is a little bit more like that blood red with a hint of, I would say, brown through it. Whereas this one here is a bit more classic red. I mean, seeing them together, you'd be looking thinking that's the same colour, but you can probably see this one is definitely darker. This one is more classic red. It has a bit of a pinky look to it. Again, I am going to put a photo in here so you can see the difference of them in normal daylight, and I will put names next to them so you know which one is which. I think for this look, there's a lot going on in the eyes, but I kind of don't give a fuck. And it's Christmassy, so shall we do... Will we do the classic red or will we do... I think I'm going to go vampy red, I'm not going to lie. This, yeah, this is like, I've got an undertone of plum and purple to it. These are very inky, so you have to be kind of careful with how you're applying them. Really helps when you're talking while you're doing it. Okay, so that is it on. Have to say, this speaks to my fucking soul, this does. This is like, just blood red, classic. I feel like you're a 1950s movie star, red lipstick. It's just beautiful. It's such a beautiful tone. It makes my teeth feel really white. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to tell you on first impression, it's definitely that kind of more liquid lipstick feeling. Just starting to dry down now, so that's pretty good. There's a tiny bit of transfer there. Can you see that? Just there. So you can see it there. But that is pretty good. So I think once this dries down, it would be something that would stay nice and dry. I love the look of it. I don't know if this is a product that I would be like, oh, this feels terribly comfortable all day. I'm not going to lie. Also, what I like about it is that it's got that, it's similar to, oh my god, what are they called? The new ones from Glossier that I spoke about. Not G-Suit. Is it G-Suit? It's G-Suit, isn't it? The ones that are very similar to this, they've got that element of almost like a Korean or Japanese makeup feel to it. It's like the kind of cloud-like lip. They're powdery and it isn't pulling, it isn't tight on the lip. It's comfortable. However, I feel like you could probably blur the edges a little bit here and it would give you that slightly more lived-in look. Yeah, it definitely does. That's really pretty, actually. I'm just going to do it on the top as well. I don't want to get too carried away, but that's pretty. It's that kind of like blotted kind of stain, although it's not a stain. There's obviously a lot of fucking stuff on my lips there. But it's that kind of bleeding almost little bit, blurred lip, which is really, really pretty as well. So I feel a little bit on the fence about those because I'm like, it is a liquid lip. It feels a little tight on my lips, and as I was saying, I'm not a massive liquid lip wearer nowadays. I feel like I prefer a little bit of comfort. I've got a really itchy nose, sorry. And I feel like I like a little bit more comfort nowadays, but if I was to choose a product from this range with regards to lips, I would definitely be saying choose the Petal Bouche stuff over the top of the Bijou Balm. Again, maybe that's just because I've picked up their own colour, but I think the Glossier Generation G pips these to the post, whereas this is just, it's very beautiful. It is really, really pretty. Okay, so this is the finished look, and I have to say, I really fucking like it. I get it. It's that kind of, I mean, there's a lot going on, right? I think if you were an actual like chic French woman, you wouldn't have everything on your face at once like me. Maybe not. But I like the effortlessness of it. The eye, for what I had to do to get that eye look is nothing, really. absolutely nothing. To get that eye look on my eye, easy peasy, right? The lip I love because I feel like even if you had nothing on your eye and you just had some mascara on, like loads of black mascara on, that's going to look lovely. I really, really love, see these eye paints, love this. I want to play with these more. The twinkly one, amazing. I'm going to let you know about the blue one when I play with it a little bit more. The highlight, I really like that too, actually. I think it's really, really pretty, and you already knew that I was a big fan of the blushes. So the only one that I'm really underwhelmed by would be the Bijou Balm. And as I say, I'm saying underwhelmed. I will wear this and it will become a daily staple. I can see it happening already because it's one of these ones that you just whip out, stick it on and get going again. It's exactly the kind of lip product that I reach for now, especially with a little boy as well, because these kind of things are more likely to transfer on them. Although, that's it truly dried down now. It probably wouldn't transfer onto him. But I think that that's really nice because it's just a beautiful, like, lived in lip. This is gorgeous. This is really nice because it is easy breezy. Put it on your lips and get going out the door, throw it in your handbag. These ones take a little bit more application, but I love the effect that it's given me. So overall, I'm kind of like, yeah, okay, this actually, let me just talk about this. The Boom Boom Milk, at the moment, I'm like, it's a facial spray. I'm just like here nor there about it. I'm like, okay, fine. Everything else, I'm like, okay, I have pros and cons to you, mainly pros. There's just the odd thing that I'm like, not sure about. Like, so the application of these, you have to be careful, but I feel like you're getting the impact when you're using them. However, the Bijou Balm, easy to put on, but not quite as impactful. Whereas this one, I'm just a little bit like, I'm not so fussed about it. But I think that it is a really, really beautiful finish to the products that I've got on my face. So overall, I'm pretty pleased. What do you think? Have you tried any of these products before? Let me know if it's anything you've ever had your eye on. I am blown away by this eye stuff. This is absolutely stunning. So, so nice. Anyway, let me know what you think and I'll see you. It's a really nice Christmas look as well. We're fucking festive, right? And I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye.